Hello! I am Mac, at least for a day, and everything's going to be okay. In this video, I will be showcasing another of Boomstick Joe's bases. I did not jump into his game this time to visit. I came by portal, since the No Man's Sky 1.6 update had a fix for finding other players' bases while exploring. I'm going to try doing it this way again, and it looks like it worked. I think that's his base over there. As you can see, this is an exotic biome planet with giant mushrooms and a yellow sky, so that's pretty cool. So we'll fly over to his base. It's also really good that we can have our ship after using a portal now, otherwise this wouldn't work, because I'm not gonna travel 20 hours in a vehicle to get to a base, and even by ship it would take an hour if I stayed in atmosphere, so I need to fly into space and then pulse jet over there. Thankfully they also fixed it so that you don't have to target it weird to get someplace by pulse jet. So yeah, I'm really glad they did that fix, because before I was trying to visit people's bases by portal after next, and their bases just weren't appearing for me. In fact, that problem started before next. So I think something was wrong with the base share servers, but they fixed it recently, so we can finally have it be more reliable when we go to find other players' bases. Sweet. Oh yeah, and it looks like Joe is also making use of another fix from 1.6, which is a fix that allows you to put Exocraft Geo Base on top of buildings. Before, it wouldn't let you build the Geo Base on top of buildings. You could only build them on the ground. But as you can see, he is now building them on top of other base building parts. So that's really cool. And that was in 1.6 as well. So it looks like he's got a stairway up to a floating island, much like my main base that I have right now, which is really neat. Yeah, our bases are really similar. Mine's on an exotic planet as well, and it's on a floating island, so is his. And I have a staircase going up to it, but his is a lot bigger and more complex than mine. Oh wait, let's see everything on this floor first. Whoa! He's got an underground portion. Nice. Oh man, Joe's always outdoing me with his bases. As you may know, Joe and I used to be the main leaders of the Spacing Guild, but I stepped down. Oh, this is gonna get sad now, but I stepped down as the leader of the Spacing Guild. And I guess I'll say why. The reason was there was a lot of infighting over griefing. Like, some members were griefing each other, and other members of the Spacing Guild were demanding that those people be like removed from the guild or punished in some way. And basically people were turning against each other within the guild. And since then we've gotten anti-griefing measures. We can now set it so that you can prevent other players from damaging you, prevent them from editing your base. But despite those changes, I've decided not to try to become the leader of the Spacing Guild again, simply because if the members of my guild, I built the Spacing Guild to be a friendly group of adventurers that go out and invite others to be members of a community in No Man's Sky, and we're all about reaching out and creating friendly community. But for our members to turn against each other so easily just because there was some griefing going on, that just did it for me. I couldn't be the leader anymore if things were going to be like that, if people were going to turn against each other so easily. And Joe also stepped down as well as the vice director, because he always said that if things got too political, he would also be out. So that's kind of the story of how our leadership at the Spacing Guild ended. It's a sad story. I wasn't planning to tell it, but I don't know, it just kind of came out in the moment. But the Spacing Guild still exists, and I'm still a member of it. I didn't leave the group. I didn't leave the message group on PSN or anything. At least not the main one. I left the leader message groups, but I stayed in the main message group. And I did appoint another leader, but like I said, I'm not in the leadership group anymore, so I don't know what all's going on. And so far, we haven't added any new members. They said that they were going to figure out how to accept new members, but so far none have been added, so I don't know what happened with that. And I'm not, going to concern myself with it, because I did step down. Whoa. That is pretty cool. Wow. That's neat how the birds can fly right past this part of the base. It's really cool looking. But yeah, I'm still a member of the Spacing Guild. Gave myself the title of spokesman, since I have a fairly successful No Man's Sky YouTube channel. Nice. He built all the gold statues. I've told them that I'd be willing to do videos about the Spacing Guild, like if they arrange some kind of special event for the Spacing Guild, I'll do videos for it, but I'm not going to be a leader, and I'm not going to recruit for more members unless they ask me to make a recruitment video. But like I said, the leadership or whatever has been quiet lately, so I don't know if they just aren't doing stuff, or they're still planning, or what's going on. But if you are interested in joining the Spacing Guild, I currently don't know if we will be accepting members anytime soon or not. But that's just kind of in flux, and it's all a little bit sad, but life goes on. I've been members of clubs and groups that declined, so I'm kind of used to it, but who knows? Maybe things will change. Maybe, who knows? Anything could happen in the future. But I'm definitely still sticking with No Man's Sky. I'm definitely still sticking with my YouTube channel, and life goes on. So enough about that. Boomstick Joe's base is really cool, and I like it a lot. Ooh, wow. Awesome view of the bizarre landscape. Oh man, he's got Nip Nip. I'm so jealous that he has the Nip Nip recipe. They really need to fix it so that it's possible for new saves to get the Nip Nip recipe. That and freighter warp upgrades are also not available to new saves. And I did a bug report about the warp reactors not being available for freighters. Hopefully they will get to fixing that eventually. Haven't been up here. Here's the portal. Wow, he's got a lot of stuff in here. He likes his green boxes. Oh, let's see if they fixed the sinking for these. Oh no! They fixed it by making it the way it used to be, where you couldn't interact with another player's green boxes. Gosh darn it. If you recall, when I showcased Boomstick Joe's underwater base, I was able to interact with these green boxes, and they basically gave me unlimited treasure because they kept respawning every time I clicked them and then waited a few seconds. But now it looks like they've changed it so that you can't even use them, which makes me want to find a plant and see how they dealt with the plant, because another player's farm would also respawn immediately. I think they did a fix for that. Yeah, I remember in the patch notes somewhere it said a fix for timers when visiting another player's base. I forget which update they made that change, but they definitely didn't say that they nerfed green boxes so you can't even use them. Okay, good. I can still use his oxygen harvester and probably other atmosphere harvesters, but I can't use the green boxes. That's a shame. Not that my gameplay really hinged on being able to loot other players' green boxes, but still. Maybe plants are messed up too, because, well, it has a timer on it. So it's probably just because he harvested them recently that it's got 1 hour 44 minutes left. I'd really like to know, though, if it would be possible for me to harvest them. I don't see any of his plants that are ready to be picked. Too bad. Anyway, I think I've been to everywhere in the base. I'm gonna fly around the outside, see if I missed anything. Don't think so. I think I've seen it all. And it is a pretty cool base. So this is... Whoop. Ouch. This is basically Boomstick Joe's floating island base. Similar to mine, but better and bigger. Bigger and better than my floating island base. So yeah, this has been Boomstick Joe's floating island base. Sorry for the sad story about the Spacing Guild. I guess I had to talk about it at some point. But anyway, I've been Mac. Thank you for joining me for a day. And remember, everything is going to be okay.